you trusting millions of dollars of equipment, as well as the safety of your employees and customers, to padlocks sold at a hardware store? These ordinary padlocks are based on an obsolete design. They are not strong enough, and they have commercially available keyways that make unauthorized entry relatively easy. Then there's the weather factor. Corrosion can make padlocks virtually impossible to unlock with a key, so even you can't open them. Your company could spend thousands of dollars on replacement locks, but in an emergency, how do you calculate the lost time, especially if people's lives are at stake? For one industry, security in remote locations was getting progressively more difficult. Standard switch locks weren't strong enough, and security padlocks couldn't stand up to the weather and environmental conditions. A major railroad called the FBI for help. The FBI directed them to Sargent and Greenleaf. We have over 130 years of experience in high security locks. We invented the time lock. And today, most of the bank vaults in this country are protected by a Sargent and Greenleaf time lock. We've also become the world's largest supplier of safe deposit box locks. We invented the first manipulation-proof combination lock that's now used in military installations around the world. To satisfy a growing demand for increased security, we developed a new padlock, one that was incredibly strong but worked in the harshest environments. Introducing the Sargent and Greenleaf Enviromental Padlock. The shackle was subjected to over 4,000 foot-pounds of pulling force, and it didn't fail. Twisted by over 6,000 pounds of torsion force, the lock didn't fail. Crimped by 10,000 foot-pounds of cutting force, it didn't fail. The forged brass alloy key was torqued by over 30 inch-pounds of force to test its breaking strength. It did not fail. The environmental lock was subjected to case deformation tests, hammer tests, and slam hammer attack tests. It was frozen to 40 below, smashed with a 10-pound sledge, and it did not fail. After 196 hours of salt fog, it still worked. After 42 days of constantly changing temperature, moisture, and ultraviolet rays, simulating changing weather conditions, it opened. Tumbled in sand and dirt, it opened. It was packed in mud and baked in an oven, and it opened. It was frozen for 16 hours, and it opened. But what about the toughest test of all? The real world. For the railroads, the consequences of failure are staggering. This freight train might be carrying highly toxic or flammable materials. Now, what you are about to see is a major disaster that didn't happen, because this padlock was proven in the toughest test of all, and it did not fail. Railroad after railroad has selected the Sargent and Greenleaf Enviromental Padlock. It stops vandals, but it still opens under even the most extreme conditions. Starting with the basic design, we created a variety of sizes to address a wide range of industrial security and environmental problems. You'll find features that you won't find on any other lock. A fluorocarbon O-ring inside the lock helps prevent water from entering the cylinder by diverting it into the drain holes. You can unlock it fast, even in the worst weather. The patented self-cleaning cylinder has few moving parts. The movement of the discs against the fixed spaces effectively sweeps out dirt. That means reliable operation with no downtime due to lock failure. The curved shape provides extra protection from attacks that could crush the cylinder of other locks. For companies experiencing vandalism, this means confidence, because attempted entry won't deny entry to authorized personnel, and the dull finish makes it less of a target. The lock case and all metallic cylinder parts are extensively plated, many times thicker than any other padlock. So wherever corrosion from salt or pollutants is a problem, the Sargent and Greenleaf Enviromental Padlock will provide years of reliable, maintenance-free service. The key is made from a forged brass alloy, so it won't break or crack. The unique shape provides extra security. Since key blanks are factory-controlled, it is all but impossible to make unauthorized duplicates. To control access, the locks can be keyed to almost any master or grandmaster requirements, so only those employees authorized to open a particular lock can gain entry. And the key retention feature provides assurance that the lock will be replaced and locked before the key can be removed. It comes with a 2-year warranty. That's longer than most locks last. If you need padlocks, you need this padlock. If it only stops someone once, or if it works one time when a cheap lock wouldn't, you have saved a lot of time and money. Why take a chance? The Sargent and Greenleaf Enviromental Padlock.